miles east of Washington, D.C., and that's where you find this place, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the Buffalo Bills. Tyler Bass about ready to get us going. And we are underway from FedEx Field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Forced out to his left. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, wide open, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there right off the bat. That's a prime example right there of his ability to buy time and it paying off.
And what impressed me most, his vision. Because oftentimes when you're maneuvering around like that, you're just trying to find someone short to get the ball to. Instead, he keeps the play alive and clear on the other side of the field. His receiver gets behind the defense. They totally lost him, and they complete a monster play.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout.
It's and he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, 28 yards. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
Play action. Now it's Allen. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
A first down carry by Elliott. Running right through him. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, partners, my old man used to say, make sure you strap up tight if you're going to try and stop one of those big horses out there. As you just saw there, this guy does not go down easily.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Second and 10. Throwing now is Allen. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I don't think either one of us is surprised about who they just targeted on that one. I mean, they're going to try and get to him as much as possible. Off to a nice start, but unable to haul that one in.
Yeah, already looked his way a couple of times on this opening drive. Can't connect there. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. That's caught by his tight end, Dawson Knox. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 20-yard line.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
The first down carried by Elliott doesn't amount to much, as he'll get forward for about a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On play action, Allen. That one complete, Elliott. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. On play action, Allen. It's caught, Lockett, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that, but he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch, and this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Listen.
Touchdown, Bills! Tyler Lockett, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. His throw incomplete. And, CD, you look at this defense, you know, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive. Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
On 1st down, Elliott broke through some contact but unable to reach the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
From the 41, Allen. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And he is going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Elliott. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. These two teams all tied after one. Now Elliott. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, Allen rolling to his right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. And he's got his tight end Knox for a Bills touchdown. Dawson Knox with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. At their own 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll set up to throw. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. He'll drop to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
They go play action here on first down. And he will find his man, Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 17-yard line.
Oh, you got deep? Go, let's get that touch. Check smash. Check smash. One more, boys.
49, guys. Mike, 49.
Here's the option. He'll get 2 on the keeper, but it becomes now a 3rd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Allen off the play fake. Going deep for Diggs. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Flush to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Ed Oliver in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. How about 5 sacks last week? We just saw their first one of this game.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Allen eluding the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Here's Allen to throw it. Working the middle here, that's complete to Knox, the tight end. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Tap forward by Allen on the jet sweep. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. A few moving pieces on that play because that was an RPO, was it not?
It was, but one important piece that didn't move incorrectly, the offensive line. Because when you're running this play, as he continued down the line of scrimmage, sometimes the lineman can wander downfield. And if you're more than a yard downfield, it's illegal to throw the football at that point. But they held their ground, held their spot, and turned it into a nice game.
Allen going to try and keep it. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen keeping it himself from 5 yards out. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. That'll be caught. It's the tight end, Howard. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. And he finds Howard complete. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
On 3rd down, it's Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This one fielded at the 5.
The Bills take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Now they run the sweep as Allen just pops this forward. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. 42 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. A quick throw out to Lockett. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. 2nd and 20. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now on 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the punter's on the sideline. Here's the field goal unit now to try an exceptionally long one. This to equal Matt Prater's record. It's a 64-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And the lead grows to 14 at 24-10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though. Kicking field goals, not in their game plan. They need to get the ball in the end zone.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll make it 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll go. It's Gibson, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out. And the Bills are going to get the football back. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. He'll hand it off to Elliott to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Allen. That's complete to Davis. And he's brought down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now Allen off the bootleg. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
That catch good for only a couple. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
8 yards to go on second down. Play action. Now it's Allen. They'll roll him out right. And that's Elliott. Complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. So they'll, of course, decline the pass interference there and wisely take the yardage.
And I think defensively he's saying, I was getting away with that in the first half. Why are you making that call now? But to me, that one was pretty easy to see. I don't understand what he's upset about. I think it was the correct call.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Washington 10. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 11 now. They go to Elliott again. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory. And as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Taken in at the 3. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
And not only have they done it, They put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the fourth.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
That's caught by Howard. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. They'll drop to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And incomplete on the deep ball.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's Gibson on the read option.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Just rely more on the passing attack.
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there, and he winds up giving the ball away.
And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
66 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The offense on third down tonight, they've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They're looking at third and a few inches. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen.
Returning right back to Lockett.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
And now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll.
That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10.
At their own 46. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Breaks the tackle, he's got room to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
He's got the front. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Now this is picked up by the Bills.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery. They'll try and run some clock now with Elliott. And they work this out past the 25.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
On the option, here's Elliott.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down. On play action, Allen. He completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Well, a clear running situation. Try to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Takes this to the 45. Not much space after that broken tackle. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing is Allen on third. He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And it was their defense.